Welcome back to another episode of Drivers for Drivers. I'm Ken Cox. Today we've got
Kenny Kuntz.
behind the scenes. We've got
Arnell.
and we are Drivers for Drivers. Drivers. Where were you guys?
Drivers for Drivers.
We're Drivers for Drivers. Where were you on that one?
We were pathetic on that one.
Yeah.
My mind was racing somewhere else. I was trying to communicate.
Communicate.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to do it effectively, but I guess I should probably look at you when I'm talking.
At least then I know you're talking to me.
Yeah. Or maybe the camera.
Yeah. It's our way of communicating.
Getting out there. So if you haven't noticed, our episode today is on communication and how to do that. Good ways of doing that. I know when I used to communicate with my mother or my grandmother, and I came in and I was all huffy and gruffy, she would give me the beat down, and nothing was accomplished.
Or respond like Huffy and Gruffy.
Yeah. My mother, Huffy and Gruffy, was definitely not a happy sight. You know, just like any mother. Like you want to treat your mothers and your grandmothers and stuff like that with respect, and you want to approach the situation, especially if it's not a happy situation, or if it's a, you know, like, oh man, this is not good, things are going wrong, but you want to go in there and you want to talk to, you know, your mother, my grandma, or something like that with a smile on your face. And
Well,
like,
especially
hey,
if you want something.
yeah, I really want that candy from Halloween from last week. Can I have some of that chocolate, Mom?
This one piece a week is not cutting it.
Yeah. Mother, give me the chocolate now. Probably isn't the best way of doing that. So as you're out there and you're like, you know what, I need to communicate something to my DM, to a load planner, to Todd, to myself, to Jake, to safety, to recruiting, to payroll. Kind of keep that in mind. Like, you know what, I probably should go into it as happy as can be, even though I'm irritated.
Well, and articulate it clearly.
Yeah.
For example, a guy wants to be home in a certain date, and he just tells his DM, and DM says, okay, put it in. The DM don't put it in, and then he's only here 4 days. And the next DM is on, and it didn't get put in, didn't follow up with an email saying these are my days so that everyone was on page, and now your time off is missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know as me out on the road, when my time off is missed, I'm looking forward to going home, sleeping in my own bed. You know, I'm going to sleep not very well because the reefer's not running, but my own bed, my own shower, I get to play with my loved ones. You know, maybe I'm doing Christmas shopping, you know, something like that. And now all of a sudden it's like, I'm clear on the other side of the country. I need to be back in 2 days. Like, what happened here? Obviously, like, hopefully you're already planning out further than that. But yeah, make sure your DM knows. Get on that Qualcomm. Let them know, like, hey, this is the time off I'm looking for. Which reminds me, if you haven't yet already, let them know if you're taking Thanksgiving or Christmas off, so we can get that planned out.
For sure.
And then if you haven't received something on the Qualcomm, then send an email in. Let them know, like, hey, these are the dates I'm looking for. A lot of those emails come through, and I get on them, and so like I'll be able to see them most of the time, not every time because I'm human and I do, miss some of it. But that gives you 2 avenues, and then as a third avenue, like give us a call. Which reminds me as well, we're redoing our phone systems and stuff right now. We've had a lot of people calling in trying to get a hold of people, and they haven't been able to. Be patient with us for a little bit on that. It's a work in progress. I didn't understand how
We're trying to make it easier.
Yeah, how technical and how much is involved in answering the phone. I blew my mind. So yeah, just kind of be patient with us. We are working on it. We want to make sure that you guys are taking care of it the best we can, and in order to do so, we got to go through some of these little headaches and road bumps.
If you're sending an email and you don't get a response, respond on that same email. Don't start another one if at all possible. That way there's a chain. Say, well, I asked yesterday, no one responded, so I figured I'd follow up today. Can I get a response on this? Yeah. Things do get missed. We only get 1,500 emails every hour.
We do have I do have 33,000 that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
33,000.
It's crazy.
But I mean, that's over months. But A lot of those, it's DM stuff or it's planner stuff. You know, I don't have to be involved in all of that, but
Yeah.
there's a lot.
We're not purposely ignoring you.
Not at all.
We just haven't got to it yet.
Brings us to safety topic. What is it today?
I think a good one's observing the posted speed limit.
Observe the posted speed limit. Arnell, what does that mean to you?
You're driving down the highway and you see a sign says this speed limit and you gotta follow it. There's a reason.
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
What if it's inclement weather? Let's say it's snowing outside. Do you follow that?
Do not follow the speed limit in a very bad weather condition because you're gonna have issues.
Right. So what's some good rules to follow as you're going down the road and you see those posted speed limit signs?
Well, they're there for a reason. You know, there could be road construction.
There's a lot of that going on right now.
Could be accidents ahead. There's all sorts of things. It helps you avoid situations that are unforeseen. You know, they got those posted speed limits for a reason. You wouldn't want someone doing 50 in a school zone.
No.
There's a reason for that. You know, they don't want anybody to get hurt. Same thing whether you're on the freeway or in city limits. It's the same thing.
And especially like if it's inclement weather, it's raining, it's snowing, it's sleet, snells. If there's snells on the road, it's going to be slippery. You know, you want to back that off.
Snells on the road.
Snells on the road.
Did you just say snells on the road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes it slippery.
Is that slow drivers?
Yeah, no, that could be. Yeah, funk funk. There's another snail, Bobby.
You know, even in hot weather, you know, you get down around Vegas and Arizona, it's 108 degrees. The speed limit might be 70 miles an hour, but them tires are getting hot.
Super hot. Yeah.
You know, and they do blow. So I always backed it down a little bit in the heat for sure.
Speaking of blowing, our radiators, as of late, we've run into a few of those. Coming out of the hot summer, we're coming into the cold winter, right?
Yes. Gravel on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I believe they all have a plastic holding tank.
They do, right up on top.
Heat and expand, you know, all summer long. And now it's winter and it's super cold. Those things get brittle. So as you're doing your pre-chip, do a good inspection on those holding tanks for sure.
Right?
Rocks
Going through your radiator.
going through your radiator. Yeah, it happens more than you think.
So yeah, with that, we've got some issues as of late. We've had several radiators that have had blowouts, if you will. As you're doing your pre-trips every day, make sure that you are looking at those closely, looking for those tiny cracks, looking for stress points. If you have a question about a certain area, take a picture of it, email it in, call it in, let us know, like, hey, this is what I'm looking at. Shop's pretty busy. You can send it to me. I will find the answer. I can get back with you on that. And then, like, yes, we should probably get this looked at before it becomes a major problem and you're stuck out on the road.
Leaking hose clamps,
Yep.
old hoses.
Yep.
Yeah, it happens. No one wants to be broke down on the side of the road because they just lost all their radiator fluid at 20 below zero.
It's not fun.
It is not fun.
Or when it happened to me, and it was Kansas, and it was the middle of summer, and it was humid, and I was dying. This big guy does not do humidity very well.
And it's always hotter inside the truck.
It was the middle of the night, and I was like, why am I sweating? Arnell, do you have closing thoughts for us?
Regarding the speed limits, don't trust your GPS, you know, because I've seen my GPS tells me like, oh, it's this speed, but then I actually look outside and it's like not that speed, so they might not be updating Google's maps. So just, I would say probably follow what it says, right? Is that what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, as a professional driver, you know that you're not trusting your electronics to tell you what the speed limit is, right? You're looking down the road and you've got that 13 seconds of eyes up and forward and seeing it, and you're like, okay, here comes a sign. What does it say? Okay, 35 miles an hour. Oh, you know.
I got stuck on Arnell saying he was driving and then he looked outside. We understood you, Arnell.
It's one of them new Teslas.
Man, yeah.
Kenny, you got closing thoughts?
Hey, let's be safe out there. Let's remember to get your time offs entered as soon as possible. We do need people to work. You know, if you prefer one holiday over the other, we could use the help. So, yeah, that's it.
Thanks for making the better move.
See ya.